Hello friends, in this video we'll talk about CPR strategies. So in previous videos I have shown you how to draw CPR lines and how to calculate the CPR values. So the first thing is compare with the previous day CPR. You know how to calculate the values. So you don't have to wait for 9:15 to the CPR to be seen if you are using any built-ins for CPR to come. So you can calculate previous day only and you can compare with the previous day CPR. Whether the CPR is, calculate the CPR values and compare it. So whether the CPR of previous day and the current day, okay. So if current day CPR is lower than previous day CPR, so we should assume we should predict, okay, that's the prediction. So tomorrow's opening or the value will be lower than previous days, means today's value, the opening value, opening print, whatever, will be lower than yesterday's, means it will be red open. And in case if the value of today's CPR compared to previous day CPR is higher, so it's green, okay, it is going to be positive opening. Okay, if it is in the same means bullish, so if it is down it's bearish. If it is in the same, both the CPRs in the same, then it's neutral. Okay, if it is slightly higher but it is with the values of previous day CPR, then it's slightly bullish. If it is the other way around, it's slightly bearish. Okay, that's how we compare the previous day CPR and current day CPR, and we will come to the conclusion how the opening will be, and in case if the opening will be according to our prediction, then okay, our prediction is true. Sometimes it may happen other way around. See, if the CPR, current day CPR is down compared to previous day CPR and we are expecting it to be open in red, but it will open in the green. Okay, so the sentiment of market has been changed. The people's thinking has been changed. So they are on the bullish side. Okay, so that time we need to change our whatever prediction which was done. Okay, so this is the first strategy. So here is an example. See, this is previous day CPR and this is current day CPR. Okay, so it is lesser than previous day CPR. So we will assume, so current day CPR is lower compared to previous day CPR, so it should open in the red. Here it happened, it opened in the red and it ended with more red. Now width of the CPR. Width of the CPR is also more important. So width of the CPR will come depending on the trading activity of previous day. So if the trading activity was too narrow, then it will be very narrow. Here you can see the first CPR is too narrow, and if the trading activity is range bound, up down, too much high value to low value, okay, so it will be wide CPR. It can be moderately wide CPR also. So the narrow CPR will be very small. Okay, so here you can see the narrow CPR indicates it's a trending day, whether it can be downtrend or the uptrend. In this case, the narrow CPR is a downtrend. So here it's a broad, not too broad, okay, medium broad, and it was a ranging day. See, you can't see any trend. It's opened here, then it made a high over here. This is called initial balance low, initial balance high. It maintained the initial balance high. See, it is facing resistance here, again coming down, again going up, again coming down, going up, coming down. It didn't make any trend. Okay, so it's a range bound day when it's a wide CPR. This is with respect to the width of the CPR. Then one more thing called naked CPR, or they call it as virgin CPR also. In a day, if CPR is not touched by any of the candles, or it can be like little wick inside the CPR, then it's considered as naked CPR for the next day or coming days, some maybe some 4 to 5 days. Okay, we can consider. So here what happens, the naked CPR will act as support or resistance for the next forthcoming days. Here see this, I have marked this as a naked CPR. Okay, this has not touched, the values have not touched, the candles have not touched this CPR, and next day it was with CPR, the next day also it was with CPR, the next day it was with CPR and made a downtrend. Okay, made a downtrend, and here you see the CPR. You should always mark this naked CPR whenever you're trading in case if it is there. So here it took a resistance from here. See, it didn't make any bullish advancement after touching the naked CPR level. Okay, you should mark this, and then it changed the trend. It was bearish and it changed the trend. Okay, this is the power of naked CPR. And okay, yeah, there are some exceptions. All these things are not going to happen every time 100% true. Okay, all the strategies, most of the strategies, it will be 70 to 75%. Okay, we can't tell it happens 100%. Sometimes when it happens, we'll feel very happy and very proud, and we may tell, okay, it will happen. That's how the market reacts. No one can predict market reaction. Okay, we can't predict everyone's mind, right? So this is all over the people, all the people, most of, so it's not, the mindset of most of the people will not be same. It keeps changing. So here the exceptions you can see, right? Uh, Here the CPR is higher, so we'll be expecting green opening. But here what happened? It opened down. So these kind of exceptions happen, and also on any event days, these things won't work. So you should not depend on the technical strategies on event days like budget day or any other big news. Okay, next, yeah, pivot lines act as support and resistance. This is very important. See here, we see here S1, S2. S2 acted as support, right? It didn't make the value to go out of it. This is called support. It's giving a support for the candles. So for the candles as well as the value. So it took a support. It's not going down. In case if your stop loss is below this, it will not be hit. That's why we always keep our stop loss below any these kind of support lines or resistance lines, below or above, whatever. Okay, and then here see, here also this was a resistance. Okay, you see here this R1 R2. Okay, green, it's R2. So R2, it was not able to make any full candle, so it faced a resistance and came down. Here again, it wanted to go up but faced resistance and came down. That's how the pivot lines will act as support and resistance. So you should know where to buy, where to keep your stop loss, okay, where to sell stop loss or buy stop loss, and where to book your profit. Book the profit in the next level, or if you have more confidence, then keep moving your stop loss. Okay, that's how we use CPR strategies. And one can use multiple strategies for trading. Okay, so you will be more confident with that multiple strategies.